here today to talk about phase 3 of your paper. You've come so far this semester. You've completed phase 1, the proposal, added on to it with phase 2, the literature review, which is certainly the most difficult section to write, and now you're finally on to the final version, phase 3. How exciting. It also means that the end of the semester is very, very, very close. So congratulations on the completion of 2 very well-written sections of your paper. So adding on to that, your final paper logistically will be 10 to 14 pages of content and a requirement of at least 9 sources. 6 scholarly sources that you used in your literature review, at least 2 popular sources for the proposal of your paper and your textbook. So phase 3 requires no new research. You can use new research if you want to, but it's not required. And will be an additional 3 to 4 pages. So again, you're building on your phases 1 and 2. Your reference page and your title page are in addition to the 10 to 14 pages of written content. So phase 3 is really your chance to offer your ideas for a solution to the problem or your recommendations. We can't wait to hear all about it. So in this section, you really get to use your own voice and be creative, and you're really, everything that you're talking about is founded in good, solid research that you've been working on all semester. So it's certainly well-deserved, and you know your information at this point. Most students find this section to be the most fun to write. So you ended phase 2 by introducing the common ground theory. So that was your transition into phase 3. So now for phase 3, you'll start out by applying one of Repco's techniques for creating common ground. And so you can find more information about that in your textbook. So you want to spend some time actually using your critical thinking skills and being the excellent interdisciplinarian that you are to apply one of those techniques to your specific issue in order to solve the problem, and give some examples. Then you're going to talk about your specific ideas for a solution. So based on everything that you've learned about this, is there a program that you would recommend or a change in policy? Maybe you want to talk about the fact that more research needs to be done. Whatever you decide the appropriate solution is, I want you to be very detailed about it. So talk about how, first of all, how is this an integrative solution? Number 2, what are the details of your idea? So for example, if you wanted to write about the fact that a new program could be created in order to solve the issue, think about what type of curriculum would need to be created. Who would do the presenting for the program? How would you advertise for it? How would you get the funding for this program? Who would be your target audience? And exactly what information would be covered in the program, or what details would need to be ironed out. You'll also want to talk about any limitations. So what types of limitations do you foresee, or what types of challenges do you think might happen that you'll need to face? And then once you've got all of that information in there, what you do is really conclude your paper. And so this is the conclusion of your paper, and you want to go through and ensure that the whole paper is very smooth, there's good transitions, all revisions have been made, you've been receiving feedback for each step along the way. Have you made all of those revisions? This is when we really want your paper to be in perfect shape. So go through and give it a good read-through, maybe bring it to the Writing Center, or at the very least, have a friend read it for you, just for another set of eyes to look at it, since you've been looking at it really for the last 10 to 12 weeks. So we want to see a good finished product. I am looking forward to seeing your recommendations for this problem. Thanks for all of your hard work so far.